Stable left lower lobe pulmonary nodule. Sign report. I went on 6 trips in 5 months during residency. Who says you can't travel while becoming a doctor? My first stop was at New Orleans for the annual meeting by the American Rankin-Way Society. I was accepted for a special program there called Introduction to Academic Radiology, where I learned about incorporating research and teaching as a part of my career. My favorite part was meeting all the residents from dozens of radiology residencies across the country. The Rankin-Way conference itself is one of my favorite. I feel like it's a little chiller than RSNA. There are tons of resident-focused lectures and events. How excited people are about a medical conference is definitely affected by where it is held. Going out to check out the city is a must, sometimes with the new people you meet there or with the group you came with. Often there are sponsored events by vendors or different employers that come with free food, drinks, and networking. A conference is especially attractive if it is held outside of the US. I went to the European Congress of Radiology meeting. It happens every year in Vienna, Austria. People from the US were definitely a minority. Kitchen, bathroom, TV, bed. Talking to radiologists and residents from all over Europe was super interesting. It made me feel like I was part of something much, much bigger. I gave a presentation about my lymphedema research. I, of course, had to check out the city and the food scene there. It's great that everyone speaks English, even the tourists from neighboring countries. The architecture and the night lights were absolutely stunning. I was happy just walking around and trying little shops here and there. Doing research to advance healthcare and help patients is great, but getting time and funding to travel is definitely a plus during residency. One thing I didn't enjoy was traveling by myself. Only after a couple days I started missing my family. All in all, a wonderful trip paid for by my residency program. The next trip was with my family for a very special occasion. My brother was getting married, and I was the best man. Everyone was very happy about him finally departing the single life, particularly my parents, and my brother, of course, in that order. I had a great time celebrating the lovely union of Dan and Grace. Love was definitely in the air. They had their wedding at the MIT Chapel, and the reception was at the sailing pavilion right next to the Charles River. Take a look at my best man speech that I posted on a different video. Congrats again, you guys. The newly wedded Dan and I, and our dad, we went to fulfill a wish that my dad had. Doing so required that we go to Las Vegas first, but got up early the next day to drive to the Grand Canyon. My dad wanted to hike the Grand Canyon rim to rim. Yes, we're at the Grand Canyon. You have to hike all the way over there tomorrow. We're at the North Rim. Hike all the way down. Sleep at the Phantom Ranch campground. Hike all the way up the next day to the South Rim. Planning the whole thing was probably as difficult as the hike, because getting there is hard. We need a special permit, we need to train for this, we need to bring a bunch of stuff, and it takes multiple days of hiking. The temperature at the canyon floor, over 100 degrees. We took a shuttle to the North Rim, which takes like 6 to 7 hours from the South Rim. The North Rim experience is so much better than the South Rim.
Say hello, guys.
Hello, guys.
All right.
Most people do the hike from the north to the south. And yeah, we did the hike. The view of the canyon during the hike is nothing like looking at it from the rims. It was definitely a memory I will never forget, and I'm glad I got to do it with my brother and my dad. Time for another international conference. The Korean Congress of Radiology and the Asian Ocean Congress of Radiology were having a joint annual conference in Seoul, South Korea. I think every program allows a resident to go to one conference just for attending without getting a project accepted. I decided to use mine to go to Korea. The presentations were mostly given in English. The best part was again meeting radiology residents in Korea and talking about our experiences. Did you know that Korean radiologists dictate in English? Me neither. Outside of conference was all family time and eating the amazing food. If you haven't noticed, I freaking love food.
양념게장.
We took Ian to Everland, the amusement park in Korea. There were only a handful of rides for toddlers.
분들 중 영화 라이온 킹 보신 분 계신다면 손 한 번씩만 들어주세요.
But it didn't matter because he loved each and every one of the 5 times he went on each one. Having Minjun's family there meant we got some time to ourselves too. Every radiology residency program will have a policy for attending conferences. First, you have to apply and be accepted to the conference with a research project or educational material. If approved by the program will cover all or most of your travel expenses.
Where are you right now?
지금 카페랄로. Since I'll be busy studying for the radiology boards in the second half of the 3rd year of my residency, I planned all of my travels and vacations in the first half of the academic year. One of many good things about going on these conference trips is that not only do they have it at nice locations so that people come, but they also have pretty sweet lodging. I get to stay in these hotels that I would probably never pay for myself. If we want to make it a family trip, we can make it a family trip. We can tag on vacation days to make it a longer trip if we want.
아까 얘기하다가 이렇게 맞아.
Just so you know, I didn't spend the whole time just playing. I learned quite a bit from the conferences too. But the social aspect of these events is what makes it fun. And the food. When in Orlando, gotta do Disney World. My parents joined us for one of the days, and another day they watched the kids, so Minjun and I could just spend the day together. Residency definitely can be stressful for sure, but we all know that there's life outside of the hospital, and maybe some other people who want you around too.
Are you enjoying Disney?
Yes. Being able to go on these conference trips strikes a good balance between learning and traveling, while encouraging research and presenting your findings. This was a lot of traveling, but it seems like I'll be doing something similar next year. So watch for that video.
1, 2, 3.